All right, this week I have Acre lot properties next to Rockwall, Texas, and it's Toll Brothers and Windsor homes starting in the high 800s. Let's go take a look. Hey, I'm Scott Baxter, your local Dallas realtor from Relocating to Dallas. Welcome back to my channel, helping families just like you relocate to Dallas every single day. And man, have I got a special one this week, right next to where I live in Rockwall. Here's the deal. Here's Rockwall. Right south of Rockwall is Heath, Texas. Heath, Texas is just a little bit higher end than Rockwall, if you can figure that out. Heath, Texas is higher end than Rockwall. Right next to Heath, Texas is called McLendon-Chisholm. Now, McLendon-Chisholm is on nobody's radar whatsoever, but mark my words, in 10 years, McLendon-Chisholm is gonna be the next Heath, Texas, as it's all acre lot properties out here, and they're doing some fantastic builds with some amazing builders. Now this week we have, prices just dropped yesterday by the way, this week we have Toll Brothers, and I'm standing right in front of their model home that's not quite finished yet. Windsor Homes is right across the street. Man, this is gonna be shaping up to be the most beautiful neighborhood around. I'm calling it right now. Amazing, amazing builds. If you want that high-end luxury, and if you want that price tag that really doesn't go above 1.3, and you have an acre lot, and you can build like 5,500 square foot houses here. And I don't know if you've ever seen Toll Brothers, the finish out in Toll Brothers, but man, are you in for a treat on that one. The finish outs are amazing. Now, it's in Rockwall ISD, which is an A-rated school district. Now, the crime over here is very, very low. Right across the street is our McLendon-Chisholm Town Hall and fire station. So it's like, there's really nothing out here. There's nothing. There's the 205, which is just right over here, and you could do a straight shot right up to I-30 if you need to travel into Dallas. Or you could take the back way through Heath, and that's a nice country road that goes through rolling hills, and it's a beautiful, beautiful drive. But let's get into the builds here. Since last night, Toll Brothers finally dropped their pricing. It starts right at $899, and it goes just about to 1.3. And you're gonna have the most amazing little lot here, actually the amazing large lot. So Toll Brothers is gonna have about 7 different builds that you can do here. Same with Windsor Homes, and I'm gonna go through both builders today on my computer in the YouTube studio and show you all the builds. But before I do that, I'll show you what is here so far, what is around, and let me tell you what's around right now. If you go up and you take a right out of here and you go up the little country road, you're gonna hit Rockwall Heath High School. Now, Rockwall Heath High School has a Tom Thumb there with a gas station. Actually, the gas is really cheap. It's almost as cheap as Costco. That's usually where I even go for gas. I mean, I think the last gas that I pumped up there was like $2.60, maybe just $3 for, just a little over $3 for diesel. That's really cheap, guys. If you're coming from a different state, especially like California or I don't know, everywhere, gas is, they really tax that gas. Here in Texas, we make the gas here. So it ends up being really cheap. Now, property taxes here, everybody's always concerned about property taxes. Now in McLendon-Chisholm, it's just at 1.52, which is the absolutely lowest in Dallas, to be honest. So you're not gonna have very much of an HOA. You do have an HOA here. Now I've checked to see if you can build little outbuildings. They must match the house. So far there's nothing in any documents that say that you can't build an outbuilding here, but based on how nice the builds are and how quality the builders are, this is gonna be a very high-end neighborhood. So everything you build is probably gonna be expected to be pretty high-end. Anything is gonna be matching the house. You're gonna build that pool, I'm sure you are. You're gonna build the ultimate outdoor area. Right now, there's about 84 lots, and it's split half and half, right between, it's about 42 lots for each builder, and there's lots of green belt around, but even if you don't get a green belt, I gotta say, at Acre lot properties, you're not going to have too much problems with being too close to your neighbor at all. So if you want the luxurious living and to be just feeling like you're out in the country, but only 10 minutes away from everything, this is the neighborhood for you. You know, I love to do these neighborhoods with acre lot properties and a little bit more country feel. And this is the one that I just drool over, that I'd love to build. I would love to build with either of these builders here. This is gonna be the most amazing looking community, and I can't wait for people to start moving in. And remember to contact me, 945-244-0342 or hello@dallasrelocationteam.com. Now you can also go on my website, dallasrelocationteam.com. You can also get me on Instagram under Scott Baxter Realtor, or on Facebook, which is Scott Baxter, Dallas Relocation and Ranch Properties. I put properties on land over there. I put properties that are on the lake over there, lakefront properties. If you really kind of want to see the higher end value of what's out there, I post on those every single day. So don't forget to give me a follow. That was the wind. Don't forget to give me a follow and over there on those areas of social media. We're gonna get into it right now. Let's head into the studio and I'll show you all the builds. Okay, welcome to the studio. Scott Baxter, relocating to Dallas. We're gonna go through Ridgepointe Estates, a neighborhood I've been waiting for it to come about for so long. It's finally here, and they just did the prices. It's been about a week now, I guess. And let's see, 3.49% for the first year rate, and that's pretty good. Fixed 30-year fixed rate of 5.68%. That's with a 2-1 buy down, and that's something they're offering right now. Now, McLendon-Chisholm, that's where this is at. It's literally right on the Heath border, though. Heath border, McLendon-Chisholm. It's the same thing, as far as I'm concerned. Same thing. Okay, single family homes anticipated from $899.95. I want to just have you look right here, and I want to have you look at the build out here and what Toll Brothers offers, like these beams, these wood beams on the ceiling. Just their finish out is just amazing, and that's where Toll Brothers really stands out. And Toll Brothers hasn't been on the east side over in Rockwall Heath. They haven't been over here yet. So this is their first neighborhood on the east side, which makes Toll Brothers very affordable. Probably the most affordable Toll Brothers in all of DFW, because they're really on the north side and in Frisco and stuff like that, because higher end. But this is higher end over here now too. So look, I just want to take you through these pictures real quick. Seeing this one? Look at the wall and the wallpaper. I mean, beautiful. Look at the double staircase. I mean, that's a castle right there. That's amazing. I love the high-end finish outs on Toll Brother homes. Look at your bedroom. Just, you're living in the lap of luxury. And this is something that you can build here in this neighborhood. And it's just mind-blowing to me. I mean, I see a lot of homes, right? And it's mind-blowing what they're doing. Okay, 7 plans that we could build here. Let's start with the Alnwick. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. It'll be a 1-story. Has that kind of barn style, right? You know, that black roof, or you know, the charcoal roof with the black, and then maybe some wood or some gray stones. That's really a look that I like, and that's a look that they're going with, especially in the model home. You saw that model home. Okay, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3221 square feet, 1 half bath, 3 to 4 car garages, and 1 story. Now, are they going to give us pictures? Okay, here's a couple elevations here. Traditional, modern farmhouse, Hill Country, and Transitional. Ooh, all right. The Alnwick. All right, we get to see what the Alnwick looks like inside. This looks like a rendering, but it looks pretty realistic. Nice dark cabinets. I love the dark cabinets on, that's what I always pick, is the dark cabinets, and I just love that transition between the dark and the light colors. Gives it a little bit of pop. I know white's been really popular in the last couple of years, but for me, it's always those dark cabinets get me every time. And there's the Alnwick. That's a hard one to say, isn't it? The Alnwick. I don't know, whoever's naming these. I don't know, that's a interesting one. That one's from $899, $9.95. That's the smallest one they have, 3221 square feet. All right, the Castilian Toll Brothers, and this one starts at $979, $995. And 4 to 5 bedrooms, 4 to 5 bathrooms, 3618 plus square feet. That depends if you're going to add a 5th bedroom and bathroom, right? It'll go plus 36, probably closer to 4. 1 half bath, 3 car garages, 1 story. All right, let's go into the modern farmhouse. Man, I'm a sucker for modern farmhouse. And I'm really not into that blue, that lighter blue, but man, that looks really nice, doesn't it? Those blues and those greens are coming in. I see Shattuck Homes use those a lot, and man, that's nice. This is Transitional, Mediterranean, and Classic. And the farmhouse, but man, you know, I guess they had farmhouse and modern farmhouse. Okay. Here's the map. Here's all of Toll Brothers, and every one of the other ones is Windsor. So they really have the neighborhood divided up really evenly, I think. And over on the sides here, down at the bottom, this is going to be on a green belt. This settlement lane is going to go to another neighborhood, and that's another way the neighborhood can go out if they wanted to. So that could be a busier road, FYI. If you wanted a green belt lot, I would go 15, 16, 17, 18. Those actually face the other neighborhood, but there's some trees in between. But then those look pretty wide too. Those look really wide, actually. 19, 20, and 21, that's going to be green belt lots, and there's just acre lot properties behind you. So is over here on the left. But if you're really trying to get in like the perfect first spot, Settlement Lane is going to have green belt lots, but that's going to be a busier road. Not too busy, you know, but there could be a little more traffic. So I would kind of stick on the outskirts over here. FM 550, this is a little bit busier of a road, so you're going to have a little bit of car noise. That's just my Scott lot pick out for you. And I'm pretty good at that stuff. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. This gives you what Toll Brothers can look like. And you know they're doing the bigger builds on this one. Faro, starting at $1,014,995, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 4,024 plus square feet. And 1/2 bath, 3 to 4 car garages. We can have 4. That's good. This is a 1-story. Wow, this is a big 1-story. Wow, this must be one of their biggest 1-story homes. So now they have a 3D walkthrough on this one. Okay, classic. These are the front elevations you get to choose from. Hill country. Mediterranean. Transitional. Classic. Hill country. Okay. Let's check this out. Real quick, just a real quick 3D experience. You can go through here on their website and just kind of look around. This might be the primary bedroom. So we can go all around this house and getting around those corners. There's probably lots to explore here. And I don't know if you want me to take you through the whole thing or not, but here's a game room. Kitchen closet behind the kitchen. If that's okay. Right there, that's pretty close. I think we're doing all right. There must be a lot back here because that wasn't a lot of house. Okay, that was the garage. Looks like 3-car tandem maybe. Closet. Laundry room. And you can walk through the laundry room. Is this the closet? This is the back of the primary closet. Then we have bedrooms. Looks like there's a bedroom over there, over here, bathroom. So it looks like there's plenty to explore. I'm not going to go through every inch, but there's something to explore right there for this one. Okay, that's the Pharaoh. There's 7 of these. The Corsica. 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, 4,690 square feet. Now we're getting into some space. 1/2 bath, 3-car garages, 2 stories. Let's check out this. All right, here's the front of the Corsica. Beautiful house. Has a lot of curb appeal. That's the hill country vibe right there. I like that. That's nice. Mediterranean. We're not in California. You know, I guess if you move from California and you're still like, I want the Mediterranean vibe, I love it. My wife still loves it. But you're in Texas, you know? I mean, you might as well go with like classic, but hey, it's not up to me. But I don't see very many Mediterranean houses here, to be honest. But they offer it transitional. Never heard that transitional. You usually hear traditional, right? But it's transitional. Call it what you want, I guess. And classic. That's nice. It's a good looking house. My favorite's the hill country. That looks like $1 million house for sure. That little porch area over here. Side swing, J swing, 3-car garage. I need to be a 4 with that stretched out in there. Now, I can't really ask you guys this right now, but, I mean, do you want me to go through all this right here? I mean, if you say no, I guess you could just skip ahead just a little bit. I'll show you a little bit what I can based on this. There's an office. Try try to go quick. And you know, these are, but you can go on tollbrothers.com and go to Ridgepointe Estates and go through there yourself on each one, okay? I don't want to sit here and turn around and get lost in these. That's not what you guys are here for. All right, we're getting bigger and bigger. The Luxembourg. That looks nice. I mean, shoot, that looks German already. And 5 bedrooms, 4 to 5 bathrooms. 5266 plus square feet. Now we're talking. I like this. 1 to 2 baths, 3-car garages, 2 stories. This is why you're here. Something like this. Hopefully you stuck around this long to see it. Classic High Plains, Mediterranean, and transitional. You know, I do. I really like. I think I'm stuck between classic, High Plains, and there's a lot of good looking stuff there. So, did we want to go into the Luxembourg at all and see? Maybe let's just take a peek at the big area here, the most important area, your kitchen, your living room. Now I see a staircase back here, but I see a staircase over here. So I see two staircases. This is interesting, to say the least. Oh, now we have to go explore because now we see 2 staircases. This is just big. That's a nice office there. What's gonna be here? It's a bedroom. You know, I really want to go upstairs. Don't you? Oh, you. What's in here? Garage. Okay. Let's go upstairs. Right on top there, overlooking. Ah, okay. So you go up the stairs, but then there's another stairs on the other side there. Well, this is nice. That's great. And then there's a couple rooms up here. So you had your game room. Lots of room. We'll just go in here and then we'll ditch out of here. All right, we saw upstairs on that one. That was pretty cool, huh? Now with Toll Brothers, you really are paying for the quality, and the quality is just almost unmatched. It's really, I'm a big Toll Brothers fan. So the Henson, 5,076 square feet plus, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, 1 to 2 half baths, 3-car garages, 2 stories. Do the modern farmhouse version of that. Hill country, Mediterranean, transitional, farmhouse. You know, I love the black here with this wood door and this brick. I am all about it. I just hope it doesn't get too popular, because then that would ruin my future house if it's too popular. But I really like that whole look, personally. That gives a really cool look. Let's take a peek here and see what's inside this one. Kitchen. Not a tall ceiling on the living room a little bit more cozy. It must be something above it. So this one, some people do like, don't mind that lower ceiling in the living room. Oh, wow, look at this. There's no roof there. This is the back porch. This is interesting. Looks like an office there. Oh, wow. And that's... Okay, I'm a little confused. So this must be a covered back porch. Okay. That's outside. That was an office, and then... Aha! Head upstairs. Let's see what's over here. So I think this is above the living room. What's this? Movie room! There you go. Alright. You can always head online and check that out. That was the Henson. Now, one last one. The Nakota. This is the biggest one they build here. Here we go. You ready? Starting at $1,145,995. 4 to 5 bathrooms, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 5436 plus square feet. Could probably get this up to 5,800 altogether, almost. One half bath, 3 to 4 car garages, 2-story. And let's check this out. The chateau look, the classic, Mediterranean, transitional. I like that. And let's chateau. You know, the more steeples, the better. Chateau, you got my heart. Let's take a peek. This looks better. Lots of room. And some people ask if you can put, hey, can we get the kitchen cabinets to go all the way to the wall? Most likely, yes. At this price range, they're going to let you do a lot of things. Primary bedroom. And, I mean, these are just renderings. When it's built out, it's just insane. You saw the pictures. All right, that was kind of the major points there of that house. I don't know, do you want to go upstairs? Let's go upstairs, just to show you upstairs. Let's go over here. Here. Office. Upstairs. Ooh. All right. I like this. You can see off both sides. Let's go down here. Movie room and a game room all together. Bedroom back there. Bedroom over here. Don't get lost. Come on, 3D. Let's go over here. And this is another room. So there's 2 hangout rooms upstairs. Very cool. All right, that does it for Toll Brothers. Those are the homes you can do. And here's where you can go through every single one. So if you go on tollbrothers.com, luxury homes for sale, Texas, Toll Brothers at Ridgepointe Estates. You can go through all of these 3D for the ones that we went through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like they had 5. Not all 7, but they had 5. And Boom. There we go. All right, here we go. You ready? Windsor Homes. Now, Windsor Homes has a model home that they're building, and it's the same one they have in Sunnyvale, which is just across the lake. And this is it. It has a 4-car garage. This is a single-story home. And this is, okay, they're just showing you what you can build there. And this is the neighborhood. You've already seen the neighborhood. This is what it looks like on the inside, the model home. They're actually decking this one out even further. The one in Sunnyvale, they didn't deck out as much because by the time they got it built, everything was already sold. And I have a feeling this neighborhood's going to go pretty quick also. So I suggest you contact me, 945-244-0342 or hello@dallasrelocationteam.com. Now, you can also go to my website, www.dallasrelocationteam.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Scott Baxter Realtor. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Scott Baxter Relocating to Dallas and Ranch Properties. So, this is the beautiful model home that isn't even fixed up all the way, but it's going to be the same one. And this is a 1-story, and it's beautiful. And I got to say, for these closets, you know me and food closets, Scott-approved food closets, this one has the record, literally, of the largest food closet I've seen. So this one's a really nice build. I love Windsor Homes, 2x6 construction. They take a good 10 months to build their houses, 10 to 12 months. And they really take their time, and they really, they do a good job. So either builder here, you are not, it just depends which one you feel more at home in, right? I say go into a Toll Brothers house. I say go into a Windsor Homes house. And that's something. Give me a call and we can talk about what you want to do. And if you're unsure, come visit and I'll take you out to a Toll Brothers house and I'll take you out to the Windsor house that might be comparable to this. And we'll have an idea about how to choose which one you want. All right, let's view the floor plans here. These guys go from 3358 to over 4968 square feet. And these are all the Platinum Series plans. Once again, they're all on acre lots. They have the Somerset starting at $893, $990. And this was a house that we toured in Winding Creek in Rockwall. Here's a picture of that same house. So I do have this on my channel if you want to see this house. If you go into my Windsor Homes video, or on the east side in Rockwall, all of them. We tour this house, and so you can see the inside of this house. 1 story, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, 1 living study, 2 dining, 3-car garage. And if you look on a map where McLendon is here, this neighborhood, all right, if you just go up here, Costco and everything's right up here, okay? Heath is right over here. Heath Golf and Yacht Club is over this way. Rockwall is right here, and it goes north. Northern Rockwall neighborhoods are up here. All this right here. Northern Rockwall neighborhoods. Those are really popular. But as you get south in McLendon-Chisholm, country roads. Country roads, baby. I like it. Country roads are awesome. But then you could take the 205, and they're going to widen this. Right now it's 2 lanes. And it can get a little backed up right here. Right here it gets backed up. But once they get this widened, it'll be smooth sailing. And then they're widening this too. They're putting 2 bridges over here. 2 bridges, 2 more bridges. There's already 2 bridges. That means there's going to be 4 bridges. And 1 is dedicated just to go back into Rockwall. Hopefully you don't put a lane. I see that they're giving you a lane to, it's a dedicated Rockwall, but they're giving you a lane to go right back on the freeway. So I just know people are going to cheat and go on this bridge and then try to get ahead of everybody on the bridge and then go back in the lane. I don't know why they put that lane back in there. You should make, if you want to go to Rockwall, you're going to Rockwall. There's no way out of it, and you have to wait at that light. That's how I would have done it. But they're going to allow people to cheat. I just know it. So, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I need that sign. Prove me wrong. But I think this is a good sweet spot. If you go on this road right here, Farm to Market Road 550, up here it's rolling hills of Heath, Texas. It's a beautiful drive. Then your Tom Thumb is right here, and this is where you're going to do your grocery shopping. High-end store. We have Manny's, a really killer Tex-Mex restaurant there that has awesome margaritas. You only have to get the margaritas. The house margaritas are perfect, by the way, at Manny's over here. And if you get 3, you'll be on the couch asleep. So be careful the margaritas there. Okay, back to the house. But I just wanted to show you this, okay? There's nothing here. Nothing here but big acre lot properties, massive acre lot properties going on. Now, I do believe they're building a large development here. They're clearing for it right now. I don't know what's going in there. I don't know what builders are going in, but that's going to be a whole nother adventure. That's coming up in the next couple of years, I think. You do have a Rossini Vineyards next to you here. And like I said, McLendon-Chisholm is all acre lot properties except for Sonoma Verde, which is right here next to Rossini Vineyards. Sonoma Verde is right here, and those are about 60-foot wide lots, 60 to 80-foot wide lots there. And if you want something a little bit more, Highland Homes is over there, Castle Rock Community, Bloomfield. Perry Homes sold out there. So if you want something a little bit more of a deal out towards that way and you're not looking for this acre property, then you can go there, get a hold of me, and I can take you through that. That's kind of like a locals neighborhood. Nobody really knows about it. Nobody really knows about McLendon-Chisholm, to be honest. Okay, let's see what else they have here. And I'm going to put this video down in the description of our tour of Windsor Homes, okay? So you can see all about Windsor Homes. I have a couple clients right now building a Windsor home. All of them are about to close, and they build a good product. Once you walk in, you're like, wow, this is nice. Southampton, number 2 is $899,990, 3613 square feet, 3 baths, 4 beds, 3-car garage, 1 story. And yep, I've already said all that. And these guys aren't going to have any more pictures of this, are they? It's just going to be these little. Okay, that's the Southampton. The Carlo. Now you really can deck these out to be really nice if you want. And at this price point, if you're like, if this one's $900, $990, I'd say with a lot and at least $100,000, I would say 10%, you're going to have a really nice built out house. If you want to just deck it out, go 15% above what your cost is. So, that might be close to $150,000. You would be decked out, like extremely decked out. And then maybe, I'm not sure what they're doing for the lot premiums in this. I'm sure with acre lots, I don't want to say, because I don't know. 1 story, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 2 living and study. That's good if you need working from home. 2 dining, 3-car garage. So, and this is a nice 1-story plan, and I don't think I've done this one before, Carlo. They don't seem to have very many pictures of it. Oh, the Devonshire. This one looks a little big. No pictures of this either. 956, 990, 3906 square feet, 4.5 baths, 4 beds, 3-car garage. And this is a 2-story home. We do have any pictures. All right, this looks like these have been built. Davenport. It's a nice looking house, isn't it? You like this one? I do like this one. 963, 990. Home area is 3,971 square feet, so almost 4,000 square feet. 6 baths, 4 beds, 4-car garage. Wow, that's it's a nice house. Hey, look what we got. We finally have something going on here. What do we got? Let's look. 4,950 square feet. So this is pretty much when they build a spec home, a move-in ready home. This is pretty much what all the move-in ready homes look like. They're very neutral in colors. They're very not really super fixed up. So you can definitely fix it up, put a lot of different colors on walls, do a lot of different things. And that's primary bedroom. You could do a lot of different things to fix it even up more than this. If you saw the Toll Brothers and you're like, I don't know if the finish out's quite as nice as Toll Brothers, you know, it's gonna be hard to get up there in that. But they do have an awesome design department. I've seen their model homes, and their model homes can really be decked out. So I do believe they had the capability to go really nice. But as what you're seeing here is like a move-in ready home, which isn't really, you know, fixed up to the hilt like you saw in all the Toll Brothers homes. Okay, but these seem to be a little bit at a cheaper price point as well. SL Oxford. I've toured this one. This one is in, now they do have, Windsor Homes has 1/3 acre in Rockwall if you want, and just get a hold of me and I'll tell you what neighborhood that is. 967, 990, 4,003 square feet, 5 baths, 4 beds, 4-car garage. Oxford, I'm wondering if I might have put this in my Windsor Homes video. We'll have to see. I think this might have been a build for somebody that they did. Okay, 967. The Southport for 947. 4,012 square feet, 4.5 baths, 4 bed, 3-car garage. These are all on acre lots, by the way. Got a little castle there in the front. Doesn't look like we're going to have any other information. Blackburn. Another 1-story. Windsor Homes does build some really big 1-stories that are really spacious if you want. So if you're looking for the biggest 1-story you can ever get, probably Windsor Homes. 4,150 square feet. This is 3.5 baths, 4 beds, 3-car garage. And this is the Blackburn. And I've been in this house too. This is also in Winding Creek. That's the 1/3 acre lots up in Rockwall. See how much space is in there? Just ridiculous amount of space on these 1-stories. Yeah, this one has a lot of space. I've toured this one. This one was in Winding Creek in Rockwall. Game room. Tons of space. So if you're looking for that really, really spacious, large 1-story where you just feel like you have room to do lots of things, turn different rooms into different hangout areas, or you know, I had one guy wanted to put the pool table right next to the kitchen. So this was the house he was looking at. Has an outdoor fireplace. Yeah. Those are on 1/3 acres right there. So not to worry. You're going to have more than 1/3 acre. You're going to have 3 times that. The Derby. Okay. That's the only picture we have of the Derby. 967,900. 967,990. 4,267 square feet. 4.5 baths. 4 beds. 3-car garage. 1 story also. Man, they are really going on the 1 story. Is it? No, they don't have any videos of this one. That's the only picture they have of this one. So, that is... Oh, wait. The Lancaster. This is the model home in Sunnyvale. And this is the model home that they're building here, which I did. And I'll actually put this in the bottom. But I think we can... They're going to show us right here, aren't they? 4,279 square feet. 4-car garage. And this is beautiful on the inside. Look at that. All those beams. I love that ceiling going up like that. Amazing. I really dug this house. There's a whole other flex room. There's our primary bedroom. So this is what the model home here will look like. It will look like this. And there's a whole nother flex room. More bedrooms, oversized bedrooms with bathrooms. Plenty of room in this house. This would be a good one to build, to be honest. Yeah, outdoor fireplace. And that's more like what you're looking at with those acre lot properties. Everybody always likes to build the model homes, and Lancaster is a good one to build here. Page 2, what do we got? We got 2 more. Hadley. Can I pronounce? Portiche, right there. Starting at $1,041,990, 45, 33 square feet. That's big. 4.5 baths, 5 beds, 3-car garage. Please, please, please have more pictures. Just one. I haven't seen that one personally. But that's too bad that they don't have that. Riverdale. They do have it, but they just don't have a lot of pictures of it. Riverdale's $1,079,990, 4,968 square feet, 4.5 bath, 3-car garage, 5 bed. Anything. All you get is the picture. Now, I'm sure if you want to walk any of these, you can find somewhere in DFW that's a pre-built or being built or video somewhere. Just get a hold of me and we could, if you're real serious about it, we can, and you want to see it before you build it, there's always a way to find it with the salesperson, but we got to get to that point first, right? Of you really wanting this house. So that's all the builds. Let's wrap it up. All right, Scott Baxter, your local Dallas realtor with Relocating to Dallas. Thanks for watching again, man. That was a lot of houses there, about 14 houses. That's going to be a killer neighborhood. If you want to build in this neighborhood, get a hold of me, 945-244-0342, or hello@dallasrelocationteam.com, or you can go to my website, fill out a form, www.dallasrelocationteam.com. And man, hit me up there and we'll find out exactly what you want to do and what your plans are and if this is the right fit. Now, I do have another neighborhood coming up real soon here in the same area in Heath. It's going to be right next door in Heath. And it's going to be Highland Homes on acre lots. And those are going to be a real nice build too. So Heath is coming in and McLendon are coming in with some really nice high-end builds. And this is definitely the place you want to be for that country feel, but that high-end feel at the same time. So if you want everybody to leave you alone, you just want to have less square people per mile, square mile per people. That's what it is. Less people per square mile. Did I say that wrong twice? Okay. You know what I meant. If you want less people around you, you definitely probably want to be in Heath or McLendon-Chisholm, and that'll give you that space you want. And there's lots of high-end cars driving around. I see Ferraris, I see Lamborghinis, I see Cadillacs, I see newer SUVs, and all the moms have like the brand new giant SUVs picking their kids to school and stuff. A-rated schools, so you're good. And it's just going to give you that sense of normalcy. I think that's what this brings, is that sense of normalcy moving to Texas. And that's what a lot of people are looking for, because all the states have gone crazy. America's gone crazy, and they just want to chill and live their life. And I think that's what this offers down here. And time again, I meet people, and it does take some decompression time. Once you're here, you're like, ah. But once you're here for a while, you're like, oh, finally made it. Finally made it to normalcy. And that's what we're shooting for here in the Dallas, Texas area, mainly on this east side. Rockwall, Heath, McLendon, got that lake. It's just a big barrier. There's no public transportation going over there. There's no tent cities around here. We don't even have any homeless around here. I mean, maybe one or two, but as soon as you see them, you just call the non-emergency hotline, and the police pick them up. And that we have our own little programs for them here, but not a lot of that happening around this area at all. So, good little sweet spot. Lowest tax rate. HOA is probably going to be less than $1,000 a year. I don't think there's going to be a PID or a MUD. I'm just not quite sure yet. They haven't said yet if there is, but there's water and sewer right across the street with the fire station and the McLendon-Chisholm Town Hall there. They already have everything piped in, and then Sonoma Verde is right there. Sonoma Verde does have a PID, but they have a bunch of amenities, and that's paying for the amenities. So this doesn't have any amenities. It's bring your own amenities, right? It's bring your own pool. So I don't believe it would have a MUD or a PID, and I believe the tax rate's 1.52%. So with all that, I think you're set for a really low tax rate, building a beautiful home where you're going to probably save $400,000 or $500,000 compared to if you're going to build it in Frisco. You'd save a lot of money building it over this way. And don't quote me on that, but that's just what I kind of am thinking off the top of my head from what I've seen on how expensive these large builds can be, especially when you get over 5,000 square feet. Anyways, that's me, Scott Baxter. Get a hold of me, and we'll see you in the next video. If you want to go down the rabbit hole, I got more videos. I got like over 80. I think I took some off, and because you take the lower viewed ones off your channel and hide them, and then your channel does better. But I have like 100, over like 120. Maybe I should bring it all back on for you. You let me know if you want to see any of the ones I took off. They're still good, but if you want to get those secret playlists, I can always send that to you. And maybe I should put those all on a playlist. All only for my special clients. Yes, that's a good one. Okay, I'll stop talking. We'll see you next week. Check out this video. See you later.